The Babadook gets announced for 4K, another Paramount Presents title is released, and get ready DC fans because another DC animated 4K arrives in store shelves this week. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Ken with Mid-Level Media, back again this week for another edition of the Physical Media Report. This is episode 41 of my weekly show, just highlighting and detailing all of the late-breaking Blu-ray and 4K announcements. I will be letting you know what is coming out this week, as well as some deals that you guys can look into as well to save a buck on your ever-expanding collection. Just an awesome time talking about physical media, talking about Blu-rays, talking about 4Ks, and we're going to get into it in a second, guys. Before I do, I want to ask that if this is your first time joining me here on the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of great, amazing content every single week centered around the world of physical media, also movies. I just do all kinds of content. I do this physical media show. I do Blu-ray hunts. I do 4K Blu-ray reviews. I do movie reviews. I do weekly live streams every Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We did one last night where we talked about the best and worst of 2020 as far as movies. And I talked about the Godzilla vs. King Kong trailer, which was freaking awesome. Just a great time talking about movies, talking about Blu-rays, talking about 4Ks, the things that we all love. And also, guys, if you can, go ahead and hit that like button. Every single like will help this video out, help this channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. And also be sure to comment down below anything that you are excited about this week as far as new Blu-rays, new 4Ks, anything that you're excited about in the coming months. Leave that in the comments below and let's talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because we have some news to talk about this week. The big late breaking news is the Babadook, which is the Jennifer Kent horror movie from 2014, will be getting a 4K release from Second Sight this year sometime. It does not have an official release date as of right now, but Second Sight dropped this on their Instagram, I believe last Wednesday, to let everybody know that the Babadook would be receiving a 4K release. So when that is officially announced, when there is special features, I may be doing a special features revealed video if there is enough to talk about in that release. So I'm a huge fan of that movie. I don't think it's the greatest masterpiece horror film of the 2010s, but I do really enjoy the film. It has great atmosphere. So I am looking forward to that 4K release when it comes out. But let me know in the comments below if you are a Babadook fan, if you are looking forward to that release. So let's move on to the next announcement. We have the Bad News Bears from, I believe, the 1970s is coming out from Paramount on Blu-ray on March the 30th. So get excited for that if you are a Bad News Bears fan. Then we have another big 4K announcement, the 10 Commandments, which I've actually talked about on this show before, but back when I talked about it a couple of months ago, it was a rumor. Now it has been officially announced for 4K from Paramount on March the 30th. So this is a movie that I have never seen. I've seen snippets of on TV during Easter, but that's it. I haven't watched it in its entirety. So I'm excited to get this 4K and actually get to watch this movie, this classic Charlton Heston, Cecil B. DeMille movie from the, I believe, what, the 50s, the 60s when this movie came out. So yeah, I'm excited to rewatch this classic film when it releases on 4K on March the 30th. Monster Hunter, the Blu-ray and the 4K of that Mila Jovovich film is coming out from Sony on March the 2nd. I have heard some mixed things on that one. I heard that it's fun, but it's not necessarily a good movie, which is pretty much in line with all the Resident Evil films that Paul W.S. Anderson directed, who is directing this one as well. So I'm sure it'll be in line with those films. If you're a fan of the Resident Evil films, you'll probably be a fan of the Monster Hunter movie. So this next announcement, guys, this is really cool. Actually, it's not that cool, but Vanilla Ice, his movie from, I think, the early 90s sometimes, it had to have been the early 90s, Cool as Ice, is coming to Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. So I know a lot of people were flipping out last week over this one, or maybe making fun of it, either one. But that is coming from Kino Lorber on May the 4th. So get excited if you are an Ice Ice Baby fan or a Go Ninja Go fan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. Either one, if you're a Vanilla Ice fan, I imagine that you will be buying this one day one. I'm not so sure if I'm going to be buying it day one, but Maybe. Who knows? Career Opportunities, guys, which is the Jennifer Connelly film, the iconic Jennifer Connelly film where she rides that vending machine toy horse thing in the grocery store. I know everybody remembers that scene, but that will be coming to Blu-ray from Kino Lorber sometime in June. Doesn't have an official date in June. Tank, the Blu-ray for Tank, never heard of Tank, but that is coming out from Kino Lorber on May the 11th. We also had that new Nicolas Cage film that they just released the trailer for, I think last week, sometime recently. Willy's Wonderland will be arriving on Blu-ray from Screen Media on April the 13th. So I'm probably not going to do the VOD watch of this one when it drops, but I will maybe, if it's a good price, be getting the Blu-ray of this movie because it's Nicolas Cage and it's Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's like, that seems like a really wacky, cool, weird, just stupid enough to work combination. And I'm hoping for another Mandy. Ever since I've seen Nicolas Cage and Mandy, I've been hoping for another Mandy, and Color Out of Space didn't do it for me, so maybe Willy's Wonderland will. So let me know in the comments below if you are excited to watch Willy's Wonderland when it releases. We also have Mask of the Red Death, which is the Vincent Price horror film that got a Shout Factory, Scream Factory release, I think last year, but it is getting a special edition 4K remaster from Studio Canal on January the 25th, which is actually today. So maybe get online and see if you can order this today. So Revenge of the Bushido Blade, which is coming out this week from Dark Force Entertainment. That was announced. Fatale on Blu-ray, which is the Hilary Swank film that came out, I think, a couple of months ago. I don't remember if people are actually positive about that one or negative, but I think the reviews were kind of in the middle. I've been wanting to watch that one. That's coming from Lionsgate on March the 2nd. Urban Legends, the Trilogy Edition, coming from 88 Films on March the 29th. So it looks like they're doing the same thing that they did for the I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy set, and they're doing that with Urban Legends as well. So that is cool. I know a lot of people were excited about that. I probably won't get it unless they do some kind of crazy discount. But yeah, it's cool that they have this stuff out there for these hardcore horror fans that are big fans of these franchises. I like the first I Know What You Did Last Summer. I like the first Urban Legends. The sequels are not great in my opinion. So yeah, probably won't be picking these up. But let me know, as always, guys, if you are excited for any of that stuff in the comments below. But let's go ahead and move on to the deals this week, guys, because we got a lot of very exciting deals that have come out this week. And here at the Mid-Level Media channel, you know, we want to help you guys save a buck. We know times are tough. You can't afford to go out every single week and spend $300-$400 on all these new Blu-ray 4K releases. You got to kind of wait. You got to pick your spots. And I'm here to kind of help you realize where those opportunities are to save money and kind of highlight these special deals that are going on right now. So the first deal, guys, we have Child's Play. The 2019 Child's Play is on sale for $6.96, which is a good price for the Blu-ray. I might actually buy this because I have all 7 of the original Chucky films on Blu-ray because I bought that box set last year for 20 bucks. I need the remake in order to complete my Child's Play set. And I kind of like the remake, to be honest, or the reboot, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I might be grabbing that one. Tenet on 4K right now, guys, is $24.99. So that went back down. I think it went back up to $29 last week. Now it's gone back down to $24.99, so a good price for Tenet in 4K. I still say that it is worth a pickup just for the visual and audio quality alone. Tenet on Blu-ray is $14.99. We also have 2012 on 4K, which just came out, which again, guys, is what I've been talking about. These movies, they go down in price pretty much a week after by a couple of dollars. So yeah, if you wait on a lot of these 4Ks that come out, they will drop within the first couple of weeks. I promise you, because that seems to be the trend. 2012 on 4K for $19.99, so that's a full $3 down from its original retail price. Knowing on 4K, which is another crazy disaster Nicolas Cage film, that is $13.50. I didn't even know Knowing had a 4K, but apparently it does, and it is $13.50 right now. It's a Wonderful Life 4K Steelbook is $18.40. That is an incredible Steelbook, incredible deal. Evil Dead 2 4K for $12.60. That's not that great of a deal, I don't think. Maybe if it went out of print or if it was harder to find, because that released at like $14.99. So, and that came out like almost 3 years ago. The transfer on that one is really good though, so I do recommend picking that up. Color Out of Space, the Blu-ray is $6.96. I just talked about that. Wasn't a huge fan of that one, but for $6.96 on Blu-ray, definitely worth a pickup. Rick and Morty Season 4 is $13.99 currently. Born 4K set is still $34.99. We also have the Antebellum Blu-ray for $10.10, which I'm kind of on the fence with maybe picking that one up. If I go out to Best Buy tomorrow and I find a good copy of it with a slipcover, I might just go ahead and get it. I don't know. I've heard really bad things about that movie, but $10.10, I do want to check it out. True Detective Season 3, which is incredible. That is an incredible season of television. And Chernobyl on Blu-ray for $12.96. So both of those HBO original series on Blu-ray for $12.96. Definitely good deals for those. Mortal Engines on Blu-ray for $5, which is a very shitty movie, but for $5, you know, maybe the visuals is worth it. First Man on 4K is still $9.99. Incredible deal, incredible movie. Wonder Woman on 4K is $14.99. So yeah, that's a great deal for that. So that is all the deals. Let's go ahead and move into what is new this week. So we have some very prominent Arrow releases coming out this week. We have Southland Tales, which is a movie starring The Rock, which is a movie starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, which is a movie starring Sean William Scott, and a movie that I've never really heard of until this Arrow release, and I have no idea how I've never heard of this movie with a cast like that. That is coming out with an Arrow release this week for $19.99, so really good price on that one. We also have 3 Gamera sets, however you pronounce it. You have the Hesse Arrow set, the Hesse Era set from Arrow for $72.99. Then you have the Shoei Era set coming from Arrow for $17.99. So 2 big box sets with 2 different eras of this Gamera monster movie set, both for $72.99. So if you want to get both of those, it's going to get pretty pricey. Then you have a Hesse Trilogy Steelbook set for $49.99. So I have no idea if there's like different movies in each one of these sets or what this is, but I'm just giving you the information. I'm not that familiar with the Gamera movies. So there you go. We also have The Court Gesture, which is a movie starring Danny Kaye, and it is the next Paramount Presents release number 13 in their new line that started, I believe, last March. That is coming out for $22.99. I'm going to hold off on that one a little bit. I'll wait till a couple of more stack up, and then I'll grab them to kind of update my set, because as you know, I do have all 12 of those movies in my collection, so I do want to keep collecting for them. We also have Fat Man on Blu-ray, the Mel Gibson Santa Claus action film, coming out from Paramount for $14.96. We also have Doom Patrol Blu-ray Season 2 coming out from Warner Brothers for $29.99. And also, if you're a DC fan, this is a great week because we have a new DC animated film, Batman Soul of the Dragon, which kind of combines DC characters with Bruce Lee, which sounds crazy and interesting in and of itself. That is getting a 4K release from Warner Brothers for $24.99. It is also getting a Blu-ray release for $19.96, and it is also getting a Best Buy 4K action figure set as well for $24.99. So I'm sure we'll see all of those additions, if nothing else, in stores when we go out tomorrow for the Blu-ray hunt. We also have Synchronic on Blu-ray, which is a film starring Anthony Mackie, coming out from Wellgo USA for $14.99. We also have Snowpiercer Season 1 coming out from Blu-ray from Warner Brothers for $24.99. Come Play, which is the horror film starring Gillian Jacobs, is coming out from Universal for $19.99. I do want to see this movie. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it because $19.99 is a little bit too steep for a horror film that might be hit or miss. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard negative things about it. So I don't know if I'm going to grab that tomorrow, but I do kind of want to see it. So maybe a rental is in order. We also have M. Gore. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. That is coming out from Shudder /RLJE for $14.59. We also have The Ascent coming from Criterion for $27.99. Never heard of that film, but apparently it's a classic foreign film. We also have some Severin releases this week. Family Portrait, A Trilogy of America, Tales of the Uncanny, and The Theater Blizzard, all coming out this week from Severin. We also have Born a Champion coming to Blu-ray from Lionsgate. We also have Border Town Season 1 coming from Kino Lorber. That is the only Kino Lorber release this week. And we have 4 releases coming from Warner Archive: After the Thin Man, The Pajama Game, Good News, and Room for One More, all releasing this week from Warner Archives. So there you have it, guys. It is a pretty big week for releases. You know, I'm sure we're going to see quite a few of these in stores tomorrow, so I am definitely excited for that. But with that, guys, I appreciate all of you all joining me today for this week's edition of the Physical Media Report, episode 41. Go ahead, guys, like I said, if you have not yet subscribed to that Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Also, turn on all bell notifications for future videos. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow for a Blu-ray hunt. I will be doing my top 10 worst films of 2020 this week. I'm also going to be reviewing the new Arrow release JSA this week. And also we'll be doing everything that I picked up Blu-ray 4K wise in the month of January in my January 2021 Blu-ray haul, which will probably drop this weekend sometime as well. And then I will be back next Sunday for another live stream. So tons of content coming this week to the Mid-Level Media channel. And I would definitely appreciate it if you all check those videos out, like the videos, commented on the videos. Definitely would appreciate it. So with that, guys, go ahead and like the video if you haven't already. Comment down below which release you're excited about this week, and we'll see you next time.